Hi YouTube, in this video I'm going to be showing you the 1.2.4.0 update for GogoComic Ripper. This is an application I developed to um, basically download comics from readcomics.tv or gogocomic.net, either or. Um, let's go ahead and get into it. So you open up the program, you get this message. Read it if you want to, you don't have to. Um, Now, these are all of my saved comics. The comics that I've saved and not necessarily downloaded pages for or chapters, but this is what I have downloaded locally. Or I have the information stored locally for these comics. Um, if you just downloaded the program, nothing will be here. And you can add a comic one of two ways. You can right click anywhere in this box here and hit add comic, and then you'll be prompted with this little dialog here. You have to enter the comic name exactly as it is on readcomic.tv or gogocomic.net. Um, they have it kind of just pretty much exactly how you would see it on the comic itself most of the time. Some of the times it's not exactly how it is, but most of the time it's just how the comic is. So, The Woods. This is the comic we're going to be using as an example. Hit OK. It's going to automatically search through through the two websites, and this is the comic here. So, in order to view the comic, you'd go to Open Comic, but we haven't ripped any of the chapters or pages, and we need to do that first. So we're going to go down to Rip Comic. Now, you saw that this one changed to a 25. That's because when you change the chapter number here, it automatically goes to uh, where it's hosted on the two websites, and it figures out what is the amount of pages in the chapter. So it's 1 through 25. Normally you would just hit OK if this is what you want to download, but for the sake of time, I'm just going to download the first 5. So hit OK, and this progress bar here indicates the, well, progress of how far the download has come along. And now it's done. And so what we have here is the Woods. We'll go to Open Comic, it's chapter 1, and you have the pages here. The pages 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, if this is too small for you, what you can do is you can double click on the page and it'll full screen it. And so you click it back and it'll go back to normal. You can go through the next page, full screen it again if it's too small, and voila. And so next, I don't want this comic stored locally on my computer, so I'm not going to read it. Doesn't seem interesting to me, so I'm going to remove it. And so now it's gone. It's been removed from my computer entirely. Now, if you don't know the name or you just want to look for comics in general, you can go up here to Import Comics. And these are all comics that I've added to the repository, and you can click any of them and import them. So let's see. Sometimes you get this error. I think this is just with GogoComic. I'm gonna go onto the repository and change those links so it's all uh, on Read Comics directly. Um, that's something that is changed on the back end, so an update doesn't need to be pushed for that. But Spider-Gwen 2, I have the first Spider-Gwen. Let's go and import Spider-Gwen 2. Let's say it's been imported. So now it's here in my list. Let's pick something else. Let's go Batman Beyond. Import comic. There we go. All right. Obviously can't open it because I just imported it. Go rip comic. First 25 pages. It's basically, I'm not going to go through it again, but it's the same process um, as before. You just select how many pages you want. And go into chapter 2 here, and it'll automatically see now it's 26 because chapter 2 is 26 pages. Um, yeah. If for whatever reason the RC code here is wrong, and you'll be able to find out if it's wrong by going and looking at the like if you get some sort of error, um, you can go to edit comic, and the RC code is here, and you can edit that to whatever it needs to be. But the program is pretty good at guessing what the RC code needs to be just from the name. And yeah, if you want comics submitted to the repository, you can send me an email at xe.josh.oze or excuse me, ozeri@gmail.com. Subject line needs to be GoGoComic-submit. Then you'll have the comic name, comic RC code, comic cover. These last two are pretty much optional now. Um, you really just need the comic name and your name or alias, which is going to be the added by name here. So yeah, that's that. I hope you guys enjoy, and shoot me an email or a message on Seven Sins or wherever, and let me know how it's going for you. And if you have any problems or comments, questions, or concerned, feel free to contact me at any point in time. Thanks.